Hello everyone and welcome to class. Today's class is about the front splits. So the front splits is about hip and hamstring flexibility and mobility as well as spinal extension. One thing that I also want to remind you is that flexibility is not what we usually think all about stretching and passive stretching and holding stretches for a long time, but it's also about building strength in the muscles around that support that posture so you're able to relax more. So we want to work on all those things today so you can go and work on your journey to get the front splits. So for this class you only need a mat, a couple of blocks, and just be near a wall. Alright, we're going to start on fours. We're going to warm up a little bit. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees under your hips. We're going to do a little bit of cat-cow. Inhaling and exhaling to cat. We're going to start placing our attention and full awareness into the body, connecting the body with breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Exhale, round the back into that cat. Really press the floor away. And on the inhale, puff of your chest. Relax your shoulders. Lift your hips up into a cow tilt. Good. Extend the throat. Exhale with the hips. And you can go at your own pace. If you feel like going a little bit faster or slower, just be aware of what your body needs right now to get ready for the splits class. Good. We're gonna put the toes, tuck the toes back, and exhale, lift into a downward facing dog. Feet hip width apart. Extend the arms, press into the floor, palms in the fingers forwards. Hug in the armpits towards each other. If your chest is too far forwards, because you're a little bit tight in the hamstrings, you can bend your knees and lift your hips a little more and feel as if you're in a cow tilt in this posture. Lifting up the hip bones, extending the spine as much as possible, breathing fluidly through the nose. And just take a moment to feel how your body feels right now. Inhale and exhale, deep breaths. Good. Inhale, you're going to look forwards. You're going to step the right foot forwards in between your hands. Your knee drops to the floor. Look up. So this is like a low lunge. If this is hard for you, you can grab those two blocks and have them to the side for a little extra support, either in the higher level or the lower. Just see what works for you best. Lift your chest, puff up the chest, shoulders back. Inhale, step forward, feet together, bend over your legs, knees straight or bent. Hands together, you're going to stand up, press the floor away, arms straight, look up. Exhale through the center of the body. Good. Inhale, look up, palms together. We're going to do a couple of salutations to warm up. Exhale through the center of the body, over your legs. Hands on the blocks or on the floor. Inhale, look up, puff up your chest. Exhale, right leg back. Again, this low lunge, look up. Exhale, hands on the floor, go into a plank. We're going to do 8 points vinyasa, ashtanga namaskar. You're going to put your knees, chest, and chin on the floor. You're going to slide forward into a cobra. Feet together, look up. Press the hands back and down. Open the chest. Extend your throat. Tuck the toes. Exhale back to down dog. You pass here through kind of like a child's position. And down dog. Right away, left leg forwards. Inhale. Lunge. Look up. Exhale, feet together, bend over the legs. Inhale, palms together, stand up, look up. Exhale through the center of the body. One more time, inhale, arms up, palms together, look up. Exhale, fold through the center of the body. Hands on the floor, you can bend your knees here if you like. Inhale, puff up the chest, look up. Exhale, left leg back this time. Inhale, come up, look up in this lunge. Exhale, hands on the floor, plank, 8 points vinyasa, knees, chest and chin. So there's 8 points of contact here on the floor. Move forwards, cobra. Exhale, let's go into a child's pose here. Take a couple of full long breaths here. Extend your arms. Bring your hips back towards the feet. Open the knees wide. Long, deep breaths. Connect with your breath. Inhale, come up to fours. And press into a down dog. Good. Let's take a few long, deep breaths here to stretch out those hamstrings. Good. And you're going to walk forwards. And we're going to inhale, bend the knees, and slowly, slowly tuck in the tail and curl up. Good. We're going to do some warm up for the legs, the hip flexors, the glutes, and also strengthening of the legs. So we're going to bring our hands in front of our sternum like this. Palms, one palm over the other. And we're going to start kind of marching, bringing the legs up, the knees to touch our hands. As high as you can. We'll keep the hands here just so we have a place to go, a point of reference. And by doing this, we're going to warm up the legs, those hip flexors. We're going to work on strengthening them as well. You're going to start feeling a little bit of heat in the body, in the lower body. Just breathe, easy breaths. Strengthening the quads here so our hamstrings can relax. It's really important, something that people don't think about. But by doing that, by strengthening the opposite muscles that are relaxing, we're tricking our nervous system to relax those muscles. So we're able to stretch even further. So next we're going to do the same, but we're going to stretch the right leg and in. So in, out. Good. So you should definitely start feeling some blood flow in the legs. A lot more tension or strengthening of the hip flexors and the quads. They should start burning a little bit, as well as the glutes. Good. Breathe. A few more. Don't worry if your legs don't extend as high as mine. Just do the best you can. Last set. Good. Let's go into a wide open fold. And inhale the arms out. Feet are parallel. And exhale forward. So just come with your fingertips in the floor. If you're really far away from the floor, you can also use the blocks. We're going to inhale, lift the chest like if we were doing a cow tilt. And then exhale down. Inhale, up, exhale, relax down. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Good. Inhale, up, exhale, down. A few more. Relax. Opening those hamstrings. If you need to bend the knees, you can also do that. In the next one, we're just going to hang. Hold the elbows. We're just going to hang here. We can kind of do a little bit swinging forwards and back.
and sideways to the right. Easy breaths, just relaxing and releasing and letting our hamstrings open up with gravity. Good. Now you're gonna walk into the right foot, hold the right foot, and exhale there. Breathe. Long, deep breaths. You want your weight to be more on the toes than on the heels, okay? So bring your weight forwards. And breathing to the back of the legs. Fully awareness in every part of the body. Let's go to the other side. Hold the left foot. Exhale, relax your head. Breathing to the back of the legs. Long, deep breaths. Exhale. Good. We want to walk to the front of the mat. Right leg back. Let's go into fours. So here, we're going to try and start working on that hip extension. So hip flexor extension. So I want you to drop left elbow and you're going to extend your right leg as much as you can. Press the belly towards the spine and you're going to start lifting that leg up. I really want you to work on not opening the hip out or externally rotating your leg, but keeping your hips squared, elongating the front of the right leg, and lift it as much as you can without externally rotating. This is really important because when we get to the splits, for the right alignment, you need to have your hips squared and your legs are not externally rotating. So we're working this here. And we're going to extend as much as we can without externally rotating. Beautiful. Working here also on the strength of the leg. We're going to inhale, bend in and out. Good. Breathe in and out. Don't externally rotate. So we're going to work here on the power of strengthening of the legs, the quads and the glutes, so they can support and help us relax on those splits. Very nice. So let's try the other leg. So let's come to fours. Right forearm comes down. We're going to first extend the leg as much as we can. Just feel the extension of that front of the hip. Breathe. Belly towards the spine. Extend as much as you can. Think about lengthening out of your hips. And we're going to inhale, bend in and out. Use the momentum. And breathe. 4. Let's do 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. Exhale to child's pose. Let's inhale to fours again. And we're going to work a little bit on that hip mobility. So we're going to do some hip circles with the right leg. We're going to inhale the knee forwards, externally rotate, back and down. So we're going to do some big circles. Really working on that hip mobility, opening up. Let's do 5 in one direction, and then we'll reverse it. So exhale back. So work that extension of the hip as much as you can, then externally rotate and bring it forward. So work to your limit, and then bring it forward. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Let's do the other leg. So start forwards, externally rotate here as much as you can. Open the hip, bring it back, and extend the hip as much as you can first, and then bring it forward. Okay? So we're trying to work, challenging our limits always, without injuring or forcing, but really by tuning in to our body and listening. One more. And reverse it back. Extend as much as you can. Bring it in. 2, 3. Good. 4. One more. And 5. Great. Okay, so we're gonna do, we're gonna sit and we're gonna do 90-90 stretch. So for this stretch, you're gonna bring your front leg into parallel to your mat, kind of a 90-degree angle with your knee. So your knee is gonna go on the floor, your foot is gonna be flat or flexed, and the other leg is going to be also on a 90 degrees. So you want 90 degrees here, 90 degrees back, as much as you can. You're going to sit on the middle of your hips. You want to have your spine extended, hands on the floor to the sides. If you need a block, you can put a block on here. Or if you're very, very tight on the hips, you can also sit on a block. Okay? So first we're going to feel this place. And if you're comfortable here, you're going to extend your spine forwards. We're going to bring our hands forwards and stretch our hip here. So you should feel that deep stretch on the outside edge of your glute. You can come, if you like, into your elbows. Now I really want you to not collapse into your legs like this, which is usually the tendency, but extend your spine and almost do a cow tilt with your chest, and you'll see the difference on how that really gets into that right glute. Breathe long, deep breaths here. Good. And let's go to the other side. So we keep our hips down. We'll just rotate and do the same thing on the other side. So 90-90. Do whatever modification you need to do. And let's just feel first in spinal extension here, or neutral spine rather. Breathe, relax into that hip. And when you're ready, you can start moving forwards. So try and see if you can just move forwards in the middle of the mat and not leaning to the right, okay? Sorry, to the left. So lean forward, cow tilt with the chest, puff off that chest, and if you can bring your elbows on the floor. Keep breathing here. Long, deep breaths. One more. Good. All right. So now we're going to sit on our sit bones. We're going to open the legs and we're going to work on external and internal rotation.